Bad things have been known to happen to Russians who cross Vladimir Putin. Now, a former spy accused of being a traitor to Russia is fighting for his life in Britain, possibly after being poisoned. Here's Elizabeth Palmer.
The man in critical condition is reported to be Sergei Skripal, an ex-Russian army colonel. He was arrested in 2004 and sentenced in a Russian court for spying for Britain. But in 2010, he left Russia, part of a prisoner exchange, in return for 10 Russian sleeper agents, including the infamous Anna Chapman, who'd been operating in the U.S. In Salisbury, the town where Skripal had settled, witnesses say he and a woman companion collapsed on a bench on Sunday.
There was a couple, an older guy and a younger girl. She was sort of leant in on him. It looked like she'd passed out, maybe. He was doing some strange hand movements, looking up to the sky.
The couple was rushed to the hospital, suffering from what police say is exposure to an unknown substance. Meanwhile, hazmat teams scoured and then cordoned off an area in Salisbury's town centre. So far, the police say this is not a counter-terrorism case. But all Britons will recall the 2006 murder of another Russian intelligence officer, Alexander Litvinenko, in London. He was poisoned by radioactive polonium in what British intelligence believes was a Russian state-ordered execution.
Liz, why would Russia potentially target Skripal now after all these years?
Well, if he was targeted, and that's still a big if, Jeff, obviously, but he was a very unlikely choice. He'd apparently kept a low profile since coming here. His espionage is reported to have been identifying Russian spies to the Europeans back in the 1990s, so he didn't have current information that would threaten the Kremlin, as far as we know. And he'd been officially pardoned, a sign that Moscow had closed the file on him back in 2010.
Mysterious case. Liz Palmer, thank you very much.